Aloha, welcome to Live Yoga Channel. It is Thursday morning in the beautiful valley of Manoa here on the island of Oahu. I'm Terra, the metabolic therapist. I am part of this channel we began last year to share in the healing practice of live yoga together. So we do hatha traditional classes, we do chair yogas for stress relief. We also do yoga for the organs, digestive wellness. Let's go ahead. Thank you so much for joining. And let's get a comfortable cross-legged seat on your mat. Roll the shoulders up and down the spine. Take your hands to your knees, thumb and first finger touching. Allow your eyes to gently close and then bring your awareness to the upper lip as you witness the breath moving in and out of the nostrils. Take a nice deep belly breath. Allow the belly to grow soft and wide. Feel the breath move up to the chest, even to the back of the shoulders, all the way up to the top. Hold the breath in. Exhale slowly through the nose. Do this again. Allow the belly to be soft and wide. Inhale, draw the breath all the way up to the chest, even to the backs of the shoulders, all the way up to the top. Exhale slowly. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, soft belly. Feel the chest fill up with air. Feel the back of the shoulders as if you're growing tall. Fill up with air and then hold it. Hold it as long as you can. Feel light. And then when you're ready, open up your mouth and let out the loudest sigh you dare to release. Ah. Allow the breath to return to normal, moving in and out of the nostrils. We'll begin our practice with a round of Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. How this works is we focus on the forceful exhalation through the nose. At the same time, we're going to be pumping the belly button back to the spine. And then the inhalation, it happens on its own. So it's a passive inhalation to follow. So go ahead, let's inhale. Exhale. 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 Exhale, 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 exhale. Keep going on your own. Draw the perineum up. Keep pumping the belly. Your eyes are closed. Your gaze is in between your eyebrow center. Keep pumping. Exhale, 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 exhale all the air. Inhale, half lung of breath. Pause. Kumbha, breath retention. Drop the chin to the chest. Press your palms into your knees. Draw your shoulders up to your ears. Draw your perineum floor, your pelvic floor up as if you're preventing yourself from going to the loo. When you need the breath, release the hold, sip in some oxygen. Exhale slowly. Great job. If you have glasses on like me, let's go ahead and remove them for the next series. We're going to do yoga for the eyes. So we're moving only the eyes. Keep your head and neck center. So you're looking straight. And then go ahead as you inhale deeply. Exhale, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up, center. Another breath in, exhale, look far right, far left, far right, far left, far right, far left, center. Another breath in, exhale, look down, far right, look up, far left, look down, center. Another breath in, exhale, look down, far left, look up, far right, look down, center. Now instead of stretching the eyes, we're going to focus the eyes. So take your right arm out about shoulder height, not too high, not too low. Take your first finger, point it up towards the ceiling. Take your gaze to the fingertip and then slowly begin to bend the elbow. Draw the finger towards your nose, doing your best to not blink. Take it back out slowly. When the elbow is straight, look past the finger. Bring your gaze back to the fingertip. Slowly draw your finger towards the nostrils, strengthening the rods, the cones of the retina. When the elbow is back out straight, look past the finger. Last one, best one. Gaze to the fingertip. Gently bring it towards the face. Focusing on the fingertip, take it back out slowly. When the elbow is straight, release the hands. Let's go ahead and build some healing prana. Some mana is the word in Hawaiian used for life force. So rub those healing hands together. Take the right palm, cup it over your right eye. Take the left palm, cup it over the left eye. Do your best to not let any light in between your hands. Breathing gently in through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. You place your glasses if you have. Let's go ahead and extend the legs out in front. Scoot back some. We're going to work with, we're going to come to stick pose. Extend the legs all the way out in front. You can bring your hands by your side. You can perch up on your fingertips or bring your palms down to the earth. But right now we're going to move to yoga for the toes. We're going to do toe cranks. So moving only the toes for 1 release, 2 release, 3 release, 4 release, 5 release, 6 and hold. Go ahead and release. Cross your right leg over your left. We're going to interlace our toes. One toe is fantastic. 2 toes are amazing. 3 is incredible. Do the best that you can. Squeeze and then release. We're going to switch to the other side. 1 toe, 2 toes, 3 toes, 4 toes, and 5. Squeeze. And release. Warming up from the toes to the ankles. We're going to move our ankles forward and back for 1 release, 2 release, 3 release, 4 release, 5 release, 6 and hold. Go ahead and release. Release. Let's make circles with our ankles. First clockwise, 5 and 6. Opposite direction, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to hug that left knee in towards your chest. Grab onto your elbows underneath. Sit tall. And then let's make circles with our knee. First one direction. 4, 5, and opposite. Extend the leg. Bend the other leg. Hold it in close to the chest. And then let's make circles. 4, 5, 6. Opposite direction. Beautiful. So before we move on up to the quadriceps, let's bring the yoga to the fingers, wrists, and shoulders. So Go ahead and extend your arms out in front. Press the palms away, and then take your hands up overhead so that the biceps are parallel to your ears. Draw the shoulders down, and then bring your chin parallel to the earth. And begin to breathe slowly here. Feel a slight constriction in the back of the throat, back of the epiglottis as we invite our ujjayi breathing, ocean-like breath. Take the middle of the tongue and gently press it to the roof of the mouth. Allow the breath to circulate in the back of the throat. It may sound a little bit like Darth Vader. This helps to engage our parasympathetic nervous system while we practice. Utilizing our breath throughout the practice, if we're constrained in the face and having a hard time breathing, this is a cue from our body to back off some. Go ahead and release your hands. Bring the backs of the palms to touch. Take the right palm over the left, interlace the hands. Draw your hands towards you. Draw your elbows down, and then bring your hands back out to your degree. Maybe you can go a quarter of the way. Maybe you can go halfway. Maybe you can even go all the way. This is your journey. You've got to take care of yourself. Go to where you can breathe slowly, warming up from the fingers, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Take your hands back out. We're going to switch sides. Draw the hands towards your chest, elbows down, and then the hands back out again. Breathing slowly. You may feel totally different on this side. You may feel more tight or more flexible. And this can change from day to day. Go ahead and bring the hands back in towards the body. Shake it out. Good job. Okay, so moving back up to our quads, we're going to take the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Take the left heel on the outside of the left hip. Begin to walk your body back to your degree. Maybe you can come down onto your elbows, and this is plenty. Maybe just leaning back on your hands is plenty. You're going to feel a nice elongated stretch in this big muscle group right here. Perhaps you have the privilege to bring your spine fully down to the earth and take your arms up overhead, grabbing onto your hand, your wrists, or your elbows. Wherever you are today, find some comfort and breathe slowly. Release your hands back down by your side. As you inhale, press up into your forearms. Help the chest upright. We're going to switch sides. So take the left heel on the inside of the right thigh. Take the right ankle on the outside of your right hip. Begin to walk your body back to your degree. Now, like I mentioned, you may feel more flexible or less on this side. So just honor what the feedback that your body is giving you today and go to your degree. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands, help the body upright, and then together, let's come to standing position, the front of our mat. Bring your feet together, your knees together, roll the shoulders up and back. Take your palms to your sides. Go ahead and close your eyes and feel the feet connected to the floor. Whether you're on the first floor, whether you're at the park, or you're on the 18th floor, really feel the gravitational pull underneath of your feet, connecting us to the center of the earth. Feeling so grateful for this grounded energy as we and every inhabitant on this planet circle around the sun each day. So very grateful for the earth, and our personal gifts that we receive daily from the sun. So we'll next move into Surya Namaskar, respects to the sun, giving our prayers to the Almighty Sun. So very grateful. We'll move with breath, taking our time to warm up the body. So inhale deeply, open the eyes. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward at the waist, hinging. Now this is the first stretch of the day. No overstretching. You need to bend your knees. By all means, do so. You can grab onto your elbows, let the head hang heavy. Send the tailbone up towards the sky. Perhaps you can bring your hands to your ankles, maybe to the backs of your calves. Maybe you can even bring your fingertips down to the earth. Perhaps you have the privilege to bring your palms to the earth, and you can turn your wrists around and point your fingers backwards. Tuck the chin into your chest. Allow the weight to come more so into the balls of the feet, so the backs of the legs grow long. And breathe slowly here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bend our knees, take our fingertips forward, take the left foot back, drop to the knee and the top of the foot. We're going to inhale our shoulders up and back as we lunge into that front knee, balancing under our foot and drawing our right knee in towards the midline of the body. Ashwashan Shavanasana, equestrian pose. So the hands hang down by your sides. The chest is open. You're balancing on the back foot and the back knee, and your chest is looking up towards the heavens. Take your gaze up on the ceiling and as far back as you can behind you as you breathe slowly here. Release your hands, tuck your toes, bring your palms to the earth. Exhale, take your right leg back to meet the left. Parvokonasana. Body shaped like a mountain here. Now in the West, we can refer to this as downward facing dog. In the East, the Himalayas, where my teacher's from, they refer to this as mountain pose. So that's what I'll be saying today. Press the heels back towards the earth. It's okay if they don't touch. It's okay if you still have a little bit of bend in the knees. We're pressing evenly into all four corners of our palms. We're pressing our sits bones up towards the heavens. Take the inner elbows, have them look at one another, as well as take your inner armpits and see if you can roll your shoulders down and back down the spine so that the inner armpits are looking at one another. Breathe steadily here. Let the head hang heavy with gravity. The bottom of the exhalation, we're going to drop to our knees, chest and chin. Ashtanga Namaskar. So we've got our 2 feet, our 2 knees, our 2 hands, and our chest and chin. I come up onto the fingertips, draw the elbows in close to the body. The gaze is down the nose. Notice the butt is up and the belly is not touching the mat. Breathe slowly. After your next exhalation, bring your palms to the earth. Slide your legs back. Draw the belly towards the earth. Take your hands. This first round, we're going to do Sphinx. So bring your forearms to the mat. Inhale, slide your chest through. The tops of the feet are flat onto the mat. And my chest and gaze is coming up towards the ceiling and as far back as I can. I'm warming up the back here. This is Sphinx pose. Release the heavy neck, draw the hands underneath of the shoulders, tuck the toes, Press into the hands, lift the hips back and up, coming into Parvo Konasana. Press the hands down, body's starting to warm up some. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Let the head hang heavy here. Press down, you're gripping the mat with the finger pads and your toes. Reach those heels towards the earth. Take the left foot in between the hands, drop to your right knee and the top of the right foot. Inhale into Svanasana. Take the chest up and lunge into that front knee. Take your gaze up towards the heavens and as far back as you can. Breathing slowly. Release your hands to the mat, tuck the toes, exhale the right foot up to meet the left, body in half. Notice the body's starting to warm up here. Maybe now you can bring your hands to your shins, the backs of your ankles. Draw the chest closer towards the thighs. After your next exhalation, we're going to bend the knees gently and inhale. Roll the body up. Take the arms overhead and back. Exhale the hands through prayer position at the heart. Release to the side. Take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly. We'll do this again on the other side. This time we're moving a little more swiftly. 12 poses, 12 breaths. Inhale deeply, open the eyes. Exhale, hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, look up and back. Exhale, hinge at the waist, fold forward, body in half. Bend the knees. Right leg back. Inhale, Svanasana. Release the hands back to the mat. Exhale, body to mountain pose. The bottom of the exhalation, we're going to drop to our knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Release the belly to the earth. We're going to inhale into Cobra. Press the palms into the earth. Keep the elbows in close. The butt soft. Lift the chest. Look up and back. Release the head and neck. Drop the belly to the earth. We're going to tuck the toes, press into our hands, and exhale, come back into mountain pose. Take the right foot in between the hands, drop to the top of the left knee. As we inhale, Svanasana. Release the hands to the mat, tuck the toes, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take the arms up overhead and back. Release the hands to prayer position. At the heart, close the pose. Release the hands to the side. Take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly. With your eyes closed and your gaze in between your eyebrows center. Let's next imagine the last time you've seen the beautiful moon in the night sky. We're on the other side. We've had a full moon this week. Maybe you felt it. Maybe you've seen the beautiful moon in the evening sky. The yogis believe that similarly to all the gifts that we receive on planet Earth from the sun, that the moon and the gravitational pull that the moon has on the phases of all the waters of the planet. The yogis believe that our inner aquarium, our inner waters are also impacted by the phases of the moon. So we practice Chandra Namaskar in an effort to tame the mind, make the mind our very best friend. All the waters and fluids of the brain, the skull, the nervous system, taming all the waters of the body. So we'll move through these series of Chandra Namaskar, similar to what we've been doing, changing only the 4th and 9th postures. Inhale, deeply open the eyes. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, look up and back. Exhale, fold forward, body and hand. Notice your body starting to warm up. Maybe you can bring your fingertips to the earth. Maybe you have the privilege to bring your palms to the earth, your fingers facing backwards. Draw the chin towards the chest. Bring the sits bones up towards the heavens. So you're balancing on the balls of your feet. More so the weight is towards the front of the feet. Take your fingertips back forward. Bend the knees. Take the left leg back. Drop to the knee and the top of the foot. This time, bring the hands through prayer position at the heart. Chandra Namaskar. Inhale. As we lunge forward, take the arms up overhead. Look up and back. Feel the nice long stretch in that left quad. You're balancing, drawing the knee, the right knee in towards the midline of the body. You've got a smile on the face. You're breathing slowly for 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands back to the mat. Tuck the toes. Exhale. Send the right leg back. Mountain pose. Notice the body starting to warm up. You can press powerfully into all 4 corners of your palms. You can reach your heels back towards the earth. The backs of the legs are long. The sits bones are pressing up towards the heavens. We're going to drop to our knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Slide the body back. Inhale, open up into cobra or up dog. Keep the butt soft. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips back and away. Take the left foot in between the hands, drop the right knee in the top of the right foot. We're going to inhale our hands through Namaste pose at the heart as we lunge forward. Draw the left knee in towards the midline of the body and then take the arms up overhead. Crescent moon position. Take your chest up, take your gaze as far up and back on the ceiling as is comfortable for you. Breathing slowly for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands, tuck your toes. Exhale that right leg up to meet the left. Forward fold, body in half. Bend the elbows, use the strength of your arms to help draw the chest closer to your thighs. Bend the knees. Inhale, take the arms up overhead and back. Exhale, release your hands through prayer position at the heart and then to the side. Take a nice full breath in through the nose. Feel your body grow tall. Exhale slowly. Plugging in to planet Earth. Let's do the same thing on the other side, this time moving with breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take your arms up overhead, look up and back. Exhale, hinge at the waist, body in half. Bend the knees, take the right leg back. Inhale to Ashwashan Shalanasana. Pardon me. This is crescent moon position on the other side. Release your hands, tuck your toes. Take your left leg back on an exhalation. The bottom of the exhalation, we're going to hold the breath out. Drop to your knees, chest, and chin. Drop the belly to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale, send the hips up and back. Mountain pose. Take the right foot in between the hand, drop to the knee and the top of the foot as we inhale, crescent moon position on this side. Lunging into that front right knee. Release the hands, tuck the toes, exhale the left leg up to meet the right. Body in half. Inhale the arms up overhead and back. Release the hands through prayer position at the heart. Exhale. Hands to the side. Close the eyes. Take your introspection. See if you can notice the beating of your heart. The body's starting to warm up. We're utilizing Earth's elements, earth, air, water, fire, and ether to move our body and heat up the fluids of the body, stimulating the body's innate intelligence to cleanse, purify, and transform every cell in our being. So very grateful for this healthy, healthy heart. It sits in the middle of our chest about the size of a human fist. Started beating at day 27 when we were just a little one in our mother's womb. Our heart's been beating with us ever since. Loyal friend. And as we practice today, we're taking in fresh breath, focusing our energy on our breath, our healthy and vibrant lungs, our lower lobes, middle lobes, and upper lobes. We're purifying that breath and sending it to our heart. Where then this fresh oxygen mingles with the blood, and the heart delivers this freshly oxygenated blood to every cell of our body. So very grateful for this healthy, healthy heart. Let's go ahead and open the eyes. We're going to move to our first asana of today, chair pose. So I want you to bring your feet and knees together. You're going to bring your hands to prayer position at the heart. Take your arms up overhead. And again, body choice here. So you can have your arms parallel. You can also have your arms in steeple. You have a shoulder or neck injury, go ahead and bring your arms just parallel. And then begin to sit down as if you're sitting in a chair. Take the side ribs long, reach through your fingertips. Sit down a little bit further. Begin to lift your toes up off your mat, just your toes. Your gaze is in between your eyebrow center. Your chin is parallel to the earth, but you're looking up, up, up to the ceiling through your eyebrow center. In the final pose, you're listening to the symphony of your breath for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Sit down a little bit further. 2 and 1. Inhale, lengthen. Take your arms up overhead. Release your hands. We're going to immediately take our hands back behind us. Dvikasana. So interlace your hands and draw the hands down your backside. Exhale, begin to hinge at the waist, fold forward. Let your head hang heavy, and then to your degree, take your arms up overhead as far as you can. Let gravity work here for you. Breathe slowly. Release your hands to your low back. We're going to bend the knees. Inhale, slowly roll the spine up and back. Great job. We'll continue with our chair series. We're going to move into massaging some of the internal organs. So bring your hands to prayer position. Bring your feet and knees together. We're going to sit down as if you're sitting in a chair. And then we're going to start with taking our left elbow on the outside of our right knee. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Press into your palms and begin to twist your shoulders so they stack, and then turn your head and neck to look up past your right shoulder. Sit down a little bit further. Look over, look up towards the ceiling, getting a nice twist from the base of your brainstem all the way down to your tailbone. Breathing slowly for 3, 2, and 1. You can stay here. You can also keep your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Take your fingertips to the earth. Take your right arm up towards the sky. Open up that shoulder. Look up past your right fingertips. You can stay here. You can also bend your elbow. Take your hand on the outside of your left hip. Find your bind if that's available in your practice today. Twisting your head and neck. Getting a nice, gentle massage to the brainstem. For 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. You're going to come back up through prayer position at the heart. Take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Let's do the same thing on the other side. This time bringing lots of loving awareness to our mighty, mighty liver, our hardest working internal detox organ. Inhale. As we exhale, bend the knees. Take the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Press your palms together. Twist from your head and neck. Sit down a little bit further. Actually, forgive me, I'm doing the wrong side. That felt funny. So this time we're gonna sit down, take your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Twist your head and neck, press your palms together, stack your shoulders, look up over your left shoulder. You can stay here if you want. You can also take your right hand to the earth. Take your left hand up towards the ceiling. Open up the shoulders. You can stay here. You can also take your left hand on the outside of your right hip. Sit down. And 1. Inhale, bring your hands back to prayer position at the heart. Take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly. Release your hands to the side. Moving through from our chair series to our table series, we're going to bring our feet and knees together. Inhale the arms up overhead. Roll the shoulders down the spine. And again, if you have a neck or shoulder injury, no hard and fast rules. You're having your hands parallel is totally fine. You can also make a steeple with your fingers. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, hinge at the waist, fold forward. When you get to 90 degrees, reach through those fingertips. Your ears are parallel to your biceps. You're pressing back through your sits bones. Draw the belly button up towards the spine. You're getting strong here. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back to prayer position. Bend your knees. This time we're going to find balance on the standing left knee. Lift your right leg up and back behind you. Press through the heel. Now this is a balance pose. Let's have some fun. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall. You can keep your hands here at prayer position. Keep the hips and shoulders square. You can also reach your arms forward. Reach through your fingertips. Get strong. Your face is soft. Smile on the face. Smile at the shake of the leg. It's only going to last for a while. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands back through prayer position. Let's bring all 10 fingers down to the earth. Your left fingertips are about 12 inches in front of your big toe and about 6 inches off to the left. You're going to open up your hips, stack your hips, take your right hand to your right hip. You can come down on your palm or your fingertips of your left hand. Begin to stack the hips, open up the shoulders, and then take the right hand up towards the ceiling. Press through your right heel, reach through your fingertips. Turn your head and neck to look towards your fingers. Half moon position. Now you can stay here. You can also go for the back bend. Bend your left knee, bend your right knee, grab onto the ankle. And then begin to kick that foot away from you. Look up over your shoulder. It's okay to wobble, it's okay to fall. Have some fun, be playful here. Give it a try. For 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands, release your foot. You're gonna inhale, coming back up to standing position. Take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly. Take your hands to prayer position at the heart, bend the knees. Take the left leg back. Pendulum forward. Hips and shoulders are square here. Take the arms up overhead if that's available for you today. Reach through those fingertips. Press back powerfully through your left heel. Bring your hands through prayer position. Bring all 10 fingers to the earth. Take your right hand about a foot in front of the big toe and off to the right about 6 or 8 inches. Begin to stack your hips. Take your left hand to your left hip. Press through the heel of your left foot. And then begin to take your left arm up towards the ceiling. Turn your head and neck, look up towards your fingertips if that's available for you today. Half moon position. You can stay here. You can also extend into a further back bend. Bend the left knee, grab on to the left ankle, and then kick that foot away from you. Look up over your left shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Release. We're going to come up and out. Shake it out. Great job, yogis. Whew. You having fun yet? Take your feet to the outside edges of the sticky mat. Let's move to swaying tree in a hurricane. I'll move back. So inhale, your arms up overhead. Take your right hand and grab your left wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Send your left hip off to the side. Use the strength of your right arm to pull that left arm overhead. And then take your right armpit and move it more forward than the left. Turn your head and neck to look past your left bicep. Pull. Breathe slowly. Small sips of oxygen. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up. Take your left hand to your right wrist. Inhale, pull that arm up overhead. Send your right hip out to the side. Adjust your armpits so your left armpit's more forward than your right. Turn your head and neck to look up past your right armpit, your right bicep. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up. Exhale, release your hands. Draw your feet about 5 inches apart. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. Now, if you're still feeling tight behind your legs, feel free to just grab onto your shins, maybe the backs of your ankles. For those of us, the rest of us, we're going to take our hands underneath of our feet. It's okay to bend the knees, son. The idea is to get your palms underneath of your feet, press down. So this is hand to foot pose. Lengthen the back side of the body. Let the chin drop into the chest. Bend the elbows. Draw the chest closer towards the thighs. Whatever variation you are in, find some relaxation and breathe slowly here. Release your hands. If you have your hands on your shins or the backs of your calves, stay there. The rest of us, we're going to take our two peace fingers. We're going to grab onto our big toes. Press down under the big toe mound. Straighten the arms, straighten the elbows. Inhale, begin to look up. You're going to get a nice upper back bend here. So see if you can take a look up and see where the floor meets the wall in front of you. See if you can take your gaze a quarter of the way up the wall, halfway up the wall, maybe even all the way up the wall, where the wall meets the ceiling. Press the sits bones up for 3, 2, and 1. Release the head and neck. Take your feet that distance apart. Bend the knees, let your head hang heavy. Take your arms out around the back sides of your knees. See if you can reach around your knees. Grab on to your skull as if you're cradling your skull on the backs of your ears. Begin to straighten your legs to the best of your ability. Tuck your chin into your chest. Lift your toes up off the ground, just your toes, and breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Release your head and neck. Beautiful. We're going to take our hands to the mat. We're going to walk our feet back. And let's everybody meet in mountain pose, Parvo Konasana. Take your left heel to the earth. Bend your right knee. Press powerfully through your right palm. Straighten your right knee. Bend your left knee. Take your right ankle to the earth. Press powerfully through your left palm. Straighten both knees and see if you can press both heels back towards the mat evenly. It's okay if they don't reach the floor. Notice that the back of one knee wants to press back further to the wall behind you than the opposite knee. See if you can press both knees back evenly. Let's go ahead and lift the left leg up off the mat. The big toe of the left foot is in alignment with the middle of the body. The right elbow is straight, and you're pressing down into all 4 corners of your right palm. Lift your left leg a little bit higher, and then on the exhalation, swing it on through. In between your hands, we're going to bring our right heel to the earth. Our toes are about 2 p.m. We're going to inhale our hands through prayer position at the heart as we prepare for Virabhadrasana 1. So we're lunging into that front knee. Take the arms up overhead. Arms are parallel or in steeple. Lunge into that front leg. Lengthen through the side body, the side ribs. The gaze is in between your eyebrow center up towards the ceiling, and the breath is slow and steady. That right quadricep is activated to take good care of the knee. Our hips and shoulders are square towards the front of the room. Strong like a warrior. We're going to inhale and transform our skeletal system. We're going to open up into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So I like to move my back leg back a couple inches. Open up the hips and shoulders to the side wall. Glance back briefly to make sure the front and back arms are in alignment with your shoulders. Turn the head and neck down your left fingertips. Lunge into that front left knee. And this time, the front ankle is in alignment with the arch, the middle of the arch of the back foot. Inhale the right arm up to meet the left. Lunge forward. Avaya Virabhadrasana, fearless warrior. Keep from allowing your belly to collapse on that thigh. And smile at the shake of the leg, knowing it's only going to last for a while. For 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands to your low back. Interlace your hands. Draw your hands back towards your back foot. And then exhale, humble warrior. Allow your chest and your head to come into the inner part of your left leg. Draw your arms up overhead to your degree. Release your hands. Take your left hand on the inside of that left foot. Walk your right foot back a few inches so that you can sink your pelvic floor closer to the earth. Take your right arm up towards the sky. Turn your head and neck. Look up past those fingertips. You can stay here. You can also bend your elbow and take the back of your right palm to the back of your left hip. You can take your hand underneath and find your bind. You can grab onto your peace fingers or your wrists. Open up the shoulders, turn your head and neck, look up past your right shoulder. For 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands, drop to your right knee. Heel toe, that left foot off the mat. We're going to come into Kandanyasa. This is an arm balance position. So you're going to put your hands in push-up position underneath of your shoulders. You're going to bend the elbows and bring the weight, call this like chaturanga, as if you're preparing for a push-up. But see, as you bend the elbows, what happens is that left elbow already can hook into that left inner thigh. Walk the right knee back some so that when you fold forward, you can also hook that right elbow into that right hip bone. The left foot's up off the mat. You can lift your right knee off the mat and then begin to play with lifting your right toes off the mat. A is for attempt. Everybody give it a try. When you feel complete with your effort, we're going to everybody meet in Balasana, child's pose. So press your hips back to your heels, draw your chest down to your thighs, bring your forehead to the ground, let your shoulders hang, your palms are face up back by your hips. Take a nice long breath in through the nose, exhale slowly. Return the breath to normal. Return to that sensation. Find the beating of the heart. Then feel the skull as it rests. I want you to visualize the brain, 7.5-pound brain sitting in your skull, resting on your forehead. So very grateful for this brain and the nervous system, the auditory nerves inside of your ears. And hear my voice. Deliver the sound to your brain to where then the intellect, the mind is able to translate my words. And you can tell yourself, tell your body how to move your body to get into these poses. So very grateful for the brain, the intellect, and our ability to transmute, transform. Power and the struggle. Feeling so grateful for our healthy brain, our healthy nervous system. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, we'll meet back up into Parvokonasana, mountain pose. So we can do the same sequence on the solar side, the masculine side. We just did the feminine side, the lunar side. So let's do the same thing to bring some balance to our body. Press the left heel down, bend the right knee. Press down powerfully into all four corners of your palms. Lift the right leg up. Straighten the right elbow. Lift the right leg a little bit higher. Exhale, swing it on through. Take the left heel to the earth. Inhale, the hands up through prayer position as we lunge forward. Hips and shoulders are square. You're gripping the back foot to the mat, and then take your arms up overhead. Take your left armpit more forward than the right. Reach the fingertips up. Your chin is parallel to the earth, but your gaze is in between the eyebrow center up towards the ceiling. We call this Shambhala Mudra. Lunge forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Begin to transform the skeletal system. Open up your side body to the side wall. Move the left heel back foot back just a few inches. Take a swift glance back to make sure your arms are at the same height, and then turn your head neck to look down your right fingertips. Lunge into that front right knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale the left arm up to meet the right. Lunge forward. Reach, reach, reach for those fingertips. Keep your chest from collapsing on your thigh. We are fearless warrior, Avaya Virabhadrasana. Release your hands to your low back. Interlace your hands. Draw those hands down towards your ankle. Exhale, humble warrior. Take the chest inside of that right thigh. Take your head down towards the floor. Take your arms up overhead. Release your hands. Take your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Open up the chest. Take your left hand up towards the ceiling. Wiggle your toes back, your back foot, so you can drop your pelvis to the floor a little bit more. You can stay here. You can bend your elbow and find your bind. If that's available for you today. Release your hands. Drop to your knee. We're going to heel toe, our right foot off the mat. Bring your hands underneath of your shoulders. Let's do Kandanyasa on the other side. Bend the elbows and first hook that right elbow into the right inner thigh. As we bring our chest forward, walk our left knee back, hook that left elbow into that left hip bone, and then begin to play with your balance on your hands. Give it a few tries. A is for attempt. And then everybody, shake out your wrists, and we'll press back into child's pose. Take a nice cleansing breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let out a nice ah. Drawing our awareness to the skin, the largest detox organ of the body. It's the largest organ. It covers so much space. Notice you might be feeling some sweat on the skin by now. So grateful for the intelligence of the skin as we utilize the earth elements and our pores open and there's steam and water. There's air and water. Moving the fluids from the body out, detoxifying the body. So very grateful for this body's intelligence. Making space for creativity, life, and even more love. When you're ready, let's everybody meet back up into mountain pose. Take your left foot, lift it up, lift it high, and then bend the left knee and let it fall over towards the right side of the body. Take your gaze and look underneath of your left armpit. This should feel good. As you exhale, we're going to swing that left leg up onto the outside of the left hand. Walk that right foot back. Perhaps this is plenty for you. Maybe you can come down onto your forearms. Coming into lizard pose here. This is great. Stretch and opening for the hips. Breathe gently here. Allow your foot to come up off the mat so that you're on the side, the outside edge of your left foot. Open up, lift your left hand and press your left hand into your left inner thigh. Press that leg away from you. Turn your head and neck over your left shoulder up towards the heavens. Go ahead and release. Go ahead and drop your right knee to the earth. Bend your right knee. You can come up onto your hand or your forearm. See, grab onto your left ankle or your foot. Sorry, that's your right ankle. With your left hand, grab onto the ankle and then begin to look over your left shoulder. Kick, kick, kick that right foot away from you. Release your hands. Release your foot. Bring the sole of your foot back to the earth. We're going to heel toe. Our left foot to the right, just under our right wrist. We're going to come into proud pigeon. So take your hands back down by your sides, lift your hips, settle your pelvic floor. Breathe slowly here. You can stay here. You can also bend that right foot. And with your right hand this time, grab onto that right ankle. You can kick that foot away from you. And take your left hand up towards the sky. If this is easy for you and you want to bring that foot into the crease of your elbow, you can do that too. Find what works for you. Kick that foot away. Get a nice stretch in that quad. For 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. Release your foot. Take your right hand to the right. Take your right hand to the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Take your left hand to the back of the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Take your gaze over your left shoulder as far as you can back behind you. We're getting a nice gentle massage to the brainstem here. Release your head and neck. Come back to center. Perhaps your leg's happy here. Perhaps you can make an adjustment and get it more into a 90-degree angle. Find what works for you. We're going to inhale, open, and then exhale, come forward, bending over that bent shin. If you have Hanuman in your practice splits pose, now's a great time to do it. Otherwise, you can bring your forehead to the earth. Make sure you're breathing slowly here. We're going to inhale, bring our hands back towards our shin, help the chest upright. We're going to tuck the back toes, press into the palms, send that left leg up and back. Shake it out, make X's and O's with that leg. Do what feels good to you to release that left hip, knee, and ankle. Let's straighten the left knee. Press powerfully through that right palm. Inhale the right leg up. Bend the knee back behind you. Look underneath your right armpit up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swing the right leg up to the outside of your right palm. Walk the left foot back some. Now you can stay here. Maybe you can come down onto your forearms. Whatever works for you for lizard pose. Press down powerfully into that right foot. We're going to open up slowly here. Breathing gently. Go ahead and lift the big toe up off the mat. Come to rest on the outside edge of your right foot, and then take your right hand and press into the right thigh. Press that leg away from you. Turn your head and neck past your chest. Look up towards the sky. And one. Release your hands. Now you can stay down on your forearms. You can drop to your left knee. Bend the left knee. Take your right hand and grab onto your foot or ankle. If you need to come up onto your hand, that's okay too. Kick that left foot away. Go ahead and release. Bring the left foot to the mat. Bring the right sole to the mat. And then we're going to heel toe. Our right foot underneath of our left wrist. We're going to come into proud pigeon. So first lift the chest. Walk the left knee back. Sit powerfully with your shoulders and hips square. Stay here. You can bend your left knee and grab onto the ankle. Kick that foot away from you. You can also bring that foot into the elbow crease. Find your version of mermaid. We're going to release that. Take the left hand to the right knee. Take your right hand to the back of your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisted pigeon. Look over that right shoulder back behind you. Release back to center. And then let's make the adjustments. Find your version of sleeping pigeon. for 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands back, tuck your toes, lift your leg, shake it out, make X's and O's with your foot. Begin to walk your feet towards the middle of the mat. Begin to walk your hands towards the middle of the mat. Go ahead and find your version of squats pose. It's okay if your heels don't touch the earth. Bring your hands to prayer position at the knees. Press those. Hands are in prayer position at the heart. Press those knees away with the elbows. Sit down a little bit further. Take your right hand onto the floor at about 2 p.m. Your elbows on the inside of that inner knee. Take the left arm up. Look up towards the left fingers. You can bend the right elbow. Find your bind. See if you can reach your left hand back to your right hip and interlace those peace fingers. Look up past your left shoulder for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come back towards prayer position at the heart. Take your left hand to about 10 p.m. with your shoulder in front of your left knee. Inhale your right arm up. Reach towards the ceiling and then bend that left elbow, bend the right elbow. See if you can grab onto your peace fingers. Open up the shoulders, look up. Release the hands, bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Now from here, we're going to go into crow pose. So walk your feet back some. We're going to bring our hands to the mat, just underneath of our shoulders. Lift the hips up and begin to make shelves with your arms. I like to visualize 90 degrees with my elbows. So then when I bring the weight forward, I can rest my knees on the backs of my triceps. And then begin to play with lifting one toe off the mat, then 2 toes. You can stay here, give it a few tries. If you can go straight into your headstand, by all means, you can do that safely in the middle of the room. Please do. Give it a few attempts. And we'll come down slowly. If you have your headstand practice safely in the middle of the room, you can do any variation that you'd love. You have your headstand practice safely at the wall. You know your journey, so please take care of yourself. The rest of us, if you'd like to do inversions, we're going to do shoulder stand. So take your back down to the mat. Take your arms down by your sides. Lift your legs up. And then come to support the low back. Draw the elbows in close as you can. Your arms are resting. Your palms are resting. Fingers up towards your toes. It should feel good. The chin is towards the chest. The feet are together, and your gaze, you're looking in between your big toes. We're reversing all of the blood flow of the body here. Every organ is smiling. It's like it's getting a nice fresh bath of blood flow. If you're in a headstand position, go ahead and do splits pose. If you're in shoulder stand, let's everybody take our legs wide. Bring your legs back together. Let's take our left leg overhead, point the right toes towards the ceiling. If you're in headstand, you're going to do splits position one way,
bring our left leg back up towards the ceiling. Drop our right foot down towards the earth. It's okay if the foot doesn't touch. If you're in a headstand position, switch the splits pose. Let's bring our right foot up to meet the left. If you're in a headstand position, you can do any variation that feels good to you. Lotus, eagle pose. If you're in shoulder stand, we're going to come into halasana, bringing both feet over our head towards the earth. It's okay if the feet don't touch the earth. If they do, you have the privilege to relieve your hands from your low back, interlace your hands, and draw your hands down towards the floor. Press through the heels. Release your hands to your low back. Let your knees come to the outsides of your ears. And then slowly as you can go, roll the spine down and out. If you're in headstand, bring your knees together and bring your feet down as slow as you can go. Everybody, we're going to meet with our legs extended down onto the mat. Your palms are about 6 inches away from the hips. Let your head and neck rock from side to side and back to center a couple times. Let's release the stress in the head and neck from our inversion practice. Let's everybody meet in Matyasyasana, fish pose. We'll bring our hands to our sides. I like to bring my palms underneath of the bum, palms facing down. Inhale, lift the shoulders, chest, head and neck up so that we're coming to rest on our forearms, and then drop the head back down to the floor. Our feet and toes are together. Our toes are pressing down and away. The final pose, you're taking your bottom set of teeth past your upper set of teeth. These are your fish gills. Go ahead and release. Release your head and neck. Extend your legs. Let's bend the knees. We'll come into bridge pose to continue with back bending to release the spine and neck from our inversion practice. Our arms are long down by the side. Inhale, press into those hips, press into the feet, lift the hips up. Draw the knees close to one another. Reach those fingertips towards your ankles. Smile at the shake of the leg. If you have a full chakrasana wheel pose, you can take your arms up overhead and do that. I'm not going to do that today. My back has been saying no thank you. But if you have that in your practice, please, this is when you do it. We're going to release our legs, bring our back down to the floor, release our legs, shake them out. Let's come into spinal twist. So bring your legs together, point the toes down. Take your arms out by your side, palms facing down. Look at your left hand and make sure that it's shoulder height, palm down. Turn your head and neck, look at your right hand, make sure that it's shoulder height, palm down. Take your left foot, bend the knee, take your foot to the right thigh. You can stay here. If you have an eagle pose, wrap your foot around your calf and go into your eagle. And then we're going to use our right hand and help take our left knee over the right side of the body. Turn the head and neck and look down your left fingertips. We're going to release our feet, help our feet come upright, unwind, readjust the legs. Extend the left leg onto the mat, Take the right foot to the left thigh. If you have eagle, you can wrap your foot around the back of your left calf. Rotate onto your hips. Take your left hand on the outside of your right thigh. Draw the legs down towards the floor, and then take your gaze, turn your head and neck to look down your right fingertips. Let's go ahead and release, unwind. Take your hips back towards the mat, and then let's take both legs, extend them out onto the mat for our favorite pose of our practice, Shavasana. So take the feet and ankles about 8 inches away from each other. Let the feet fall to the side. Let your arms be about 6 to 8 inches from your sides, palms facing up. I'll lead us through a active relaxation. Go ahead and lift your left leg up off the mat 2 inches. Point the toes, tighten the calf, flex the quad, let the foot flop. Lift the right leg up off the mat 2 inches. Point, flex, and flop. Inhale, squeeze the buttocks together. At the same time, draw your belly button back down towards the spine. And release. Relax the entire pelvis and hips. Inhale, draw the breath all the way up the side ribs. Draw the breath up to the chest and chin. Open the mouth and let out a nice Close the mouth and let the breath return to normal through the nose. Make a fist with the left hand. Lift it 2 inches up off the mat. Squeeze and let it flop. Make a fist with the right hand. Lift it up off the mat 2 inches. Squeeze and flop. Keep the back of the neck and head on the mat. Draw the chin into the chest, chin into the chest, chin into the chest, and release. Let the head and neck rock from side to side and back to center. Let's do Simba, lion's breath. Inhale, draw up the energy up into your face. And then you're going to open up the mouth, stick out the tongue, bug out the eyes. Expel. Close your mouth, let the breath return to normal. Inhale, draw up the energy up into your face. Squeeze your eyes, squeeze your ears, squeeze every hair on your head. Squeeze, 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 and release. Soften the entire face and forehead. Let the body completely relax here. Return your awareness to the breath on the upper lip without having to change a thing. This time, see if you can try to not control it. At this point, see if you can remain an observer. Take your awareness to the belly button and notice a gentle rise and fall of the navel center with each breath.
And in your mind's eye, we're going to do a backwards count for a mental relaxation. We're going to count backwards from 10 to 1. Inhale, navel up, 10. Exhale, navel down, 10. Inhale, navel up, 9. Exhale, navel down, 9. At your pace, all the way down to 1. Wherever you are, release the count. Just allow your body to completely relax. We've used the mode of rajas, of passion, to move our body powerfully through the poses. Stretch, move, strengthen. Now we call on the mode of goodness to restore harmony and balance into our body and be open to miraculous healings from the medicine of the poses. Begin to draw your awareness back to the breath and the physical. Allowing your breath to be big in the belly. Taking your thumb and touching your fingertips, wiggle your toes. However it feels good to you, as if you're like a kitty cat waking up from a cat nap. Feel free to extend your arms up overhead and stretch long into this new moment. Reach through the fingertips and the toes. Exhale, bring your hands back down by your sides and let's everybody roll over onto your right side, pausing and meeting in fetal pose. You can use your right arm as a pillow. You can take your left hand to your belly. Give yourself some appreciation for rolling out the mat and doing practice today. Knowing that you have transformed your body, mind, and spirit. And perhaps people will notice this when you're out on the street today or on your meetings and doing your work. We get to take yoga off the mat and share it with others. And this can be through our compassionate smile and our uplifted perspective. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, we're going to use that left hand to press into the earth and help guide the body upright. We're going to meet again right here, like a comfortable seated position, similar to how we began. You can take your palms to your knees, take your thumb and first finger to touch. Tilt your chin down gently so the back of the neck is long and the crown is open to the heavens. Allow your breath to be gentle, moving in and out of the nostrils. And without judgment, just simply note how the mind, body, and spirit are in more harmony, more alive, transformed since the beginning of class. Remembering that our breath works, our focused breath, our intended movements works for transformation and healing. Let's take our arms out wide as we inhale, gathering up all the mana, all the good energy from the world. We're going to bring our hands down to prayer position at the heart. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Mahalo nui for joining today. What a great practice. Take this out into the world. Let others notice, hey, something's different about them. What is it? Yoga is contagious, whether they want to talk to you about it or not. All right, have the best day ever. We'll be back again on Monday. If you like this video today, if you enjoyed this practice, please subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. We're growing our subscribership here on YouTube. Really enjoying this practice here at Live Yoga channel, where we get to share in hatha practice as well as digestive wellness and human connection. Ahui ho, have a beautiful day. Mahalo for this shine and share. Aloha.